Connection with Shade Network activated. Audio file download commencing. Files marked extremely sensitive. Strategic Homeland Division only. Agent commencing transmission.
What's up, agents? You're listening to episode 200 of SITREP Radio. That's right, we made it. Giving you the news and other happenings in the world of the Division 2. This week, the banhammer was mighty, and Rob was right for like the 200th time, I think, about the glitch getting fixed. He's just staring at the screen. But first, my name is Mike, and joining me is my co-host, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
And I hope you and our listeners have had a great week. Welcome to any new listeners of the show. Unfortunately,
it's a bad time for that.
It's the wrong time to actually join. As we said last week, yes, episode 200 is officially the end of SITREP Radio as we know it. We'll go into that a bit more later on. But first off, how have you been this week, Luke?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How's working from home?
Fucking annoying, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted it to be everything I've ever dreamt working from home would be, get up, do a bit of work, go on the computer, like on a game. Literally the only good thing about working from home is that every day I've worked from home thus far, I've managed to get away with having a beer for lunch. The rest of it is all terrible.
I would say the traffic's probably one of the best things about it, but...
Well, yeah, I'm saving a lot of money on diesel, but...
Vin?
No, not Vin, just actual diesel. But yeah, it's crap. My desk isn't big enough to roll out a load of drawings that I need to do my actual job. Work laptop screen is too small. I need a bigger monitor, but I don't want to fuck with my gaming monitor, so I'm just leaving that alone. The dog's always here, so I'm just always tempted to go and play with her. The weather's not been too bad, so I'm always tempted to go outside. Literally any distraction I can get from not doing work, because I'm at home, they're all just here. Now, when I'm at work, the only distraction is, would anybody like a cup of tea? Right. And then I've got like 10 minutes to come back upstairs.
I can't see any problems, rather.
Well, yeah, but...
You've got some distractions.
You're the type of person that doesn't feel guilty about not doing what they're paid for. I'm not one of those people.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't call you out for it, Rob.
I mean, give it another week, you won't feel guilty, I'm pretty sure.
I will.
No, you won't.
I will.
Well, then you're a better man than me.
Well, I could have told you that 3 weeks ago, before this even started.
Rob, what day are you on now?
What, in the Big Brother house? I'm not sure.
Cheryl, what day is it?
Day 56. I've lost count, to be honest.
Do you even know what day of the week it is?
It's Wednesday. We're recording a podcast. We always record a podcast on a Wednesday.
That's the test.
That's the only reason I know what day of the week it is as well, to be fair.
Give him a Kinder Egg. He passed the test.
Yes, I get a Kinder Egg.
He's not allowed Kinder Eggs. He might choke on the toy.
Oh, no. I'm sad now.
I would be worried if he chokes on the toy. You'd have to build it and like assemble it and then be dumb enough to eat it.
I just
that's a lot.
Luke's assuming I'm just going to shove the whole chocolate egg in my mouth and then
nailed it.
I just think it's
then
quite
spit out the fucking plastic ball that's inside it.
No, just spit out the chocolate.
Bites into a Kinder Egg. Oh, Kinder Eggs are nice and crunchy nowadays, aren't they? What was that shit you were eating last time you were drunk and you thought you'd eaten the fucking oxidizer pack out? I was
eating
it's like biltong or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like
is that the night you shot Dave and Luke in
every packet of beef jerky you have like a silicone packet that keeps it like not moist, I guess. Dries it out.
Are you trying to use that podcast the most? The most. I almost said moist.
And I got to the end of a packet and there wasn't...
We're still hungry.
There wasn't any of the silicone packet thing. I was like, shit, did I eat it? I mean, I was pretty drunk at this point. Like I could have eaten it without noticing.
He was really drunk. I mean, it'll come as a surprise to fucking no one. But
I googled it, and apparently the reason why it says "do not eat" is because for choking hazard. So like you can digest it, and it'll just come out because it's in like a plastic container. So you're fine.
That was a while ago, though, wasn't it? I think that was back when we were still playing Siege.
Possibly. No, it was definitely.
No, yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
What were you drinking that night?
Everything.
I couldn't.
Question is,
I could not tell you.
What weren't you drinking? It's probably the better question.
Water.
Yeah, fair enough. It's quite a comparison, really, between you two because you're both working from home, and like one of you's like, I mean, I've done something. They can't prove it. And then the other one's like, I'm trying to do this, and trying to do this, and trying to do this, not enough space. Like I've seen Rob with his mouse. I can see it in the background as well.
Yep, I've cable tied a mouse to a fan. And when you turn the fan off and on, the mouse moves. So my computer is active constantly.
Because we use a messenger tool at work, and it basically says like when you're inactive, it goes offline.
Yeah. Creepy cunts. Want to know what you're doing 100% of the time.
Well, there is that. How's your week been, Rob?
Yeah, pretty chilled. I gave my son a haircut. Didn't end well. My eldest looks like he looks like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. A little bit.
The other one looks like Harry now, right?
A little bit, yeah.
You gave him a perm. That would be funny if you did.
We don't actually own any clippers, so I was using my beard trimming thing to like shave the back of their heads. He's got like patches. But it's fine. It's fine. By the time we're allowed down, he will look normal again.
I thought you say by the time you're allowed out of the house. It's when you've managed to convince your wife that you're like, no, I heard that we're not allowed to leave the house at all. To be fair, the lockdown's pretty good for excuses, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys played Division this week?
Yeah, me and Luke played it last night.
Briefly, yeah.
Briefly.
Yeah. Rob, did you finish the global event from last week?
I did. I 100%ed that shit. I regretted it instantly because the exotic I got was a duplicate that I got previously from the league, and now have 3 of them.
Sweet Dreams, I believe.
Sweet Dreams, yeah. And the game just keeps giving me shotguns. I have no idea why. I've not used the shotgun in the game ever. Yet
it's almost like it's taunting
giving me shotguns.
Yeah, I think it's taunting you. Luke,
I would like to put money on the fact that cash only gives you an exotic
that you've already
got. Yeah, I don't think it gives you any of the new stuff.
That's the kind of coding I would put into a video game.
But that's fucking shit.
Yeah, but imagine you were the person that did that. You'd be rolling around laughing, wouldn't you? Look at all these dickheads trying to max this apparel event out. You're going to get a chatterbox again.
Because actually, no, I got a Liberty from the league, which is also an exotic I already had. So, I mean, I got a level 40 version of it. But
Luke, did you get a chance to play the global event in the end?
I had chance to play the global event. I declined to do so.
Okay, that's fine. Completely understand.
I had plenty of opportunities to play Division last week. I was just like, no, I don't want to shoot somebody that's glowing yellow or avoid shooting somebody that's glowing blue or whatever the fuck you had to do. It just sounded terrible, to be honest.
I enjoyed it once I got the hang of it, but then I started I can't really remember what happened last week, but I don't know. I just stopped playing it.
I was quite excited for the new Manhunt starting when Rob reminded me that it actually started. And then
who was it this week?
Penis.
That's it.
And me and Rob got through 2 missions. I was like, Rob, I'm really bored. Rob was like, "Yeah, me too."
Well, no, we
turned it
got,
off.
We got through one mission. We tried a second mission twice.
Oh yeah.
Failed miserably because it was Black Tusk, and I fucking hate Black Tusk. And they just have grenades that just come from anywhere, and we wiped a couple of times, and then we went and did the one that was the beta. I can't remember the name of the mission. It was the beta mission though. The invaded beta mission.
Fail.
Good luck matching that up, Jared.
He's not wrong.
That's gonna sound so fucked in the real thing. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the mission, but we did that. That was piece of piss because it wasn't Black Tusk. And then we were like, yeah, let's play fucking Tusk.
Yeah. No, I had no incentive to carry on with the global event last week at all. I enjoyed it for what it was, and
you played one night, I believe.
Yeah, I played what Tuesday night.
No, you played one night.
Oh no, maybe Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. I think I didn't really play much more.
Yeah, because you were finishing the thing before, right? Because it was a 2-week event.
Yeah, because mine reset. But I mean, that took that was one mission. That was one mission. Yeah. It was only running bunker again, wasn't it? But it was a case of I don't know. Just compared to the old GE events, there's no need to run it. You don't need to run it at all.
It's
I don't know.
It's just a project.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, and then you get a
Rewards.
charm out of it at the end. It's a lot of work for a charm, though.
It's just it's like a specialization project. That's all it is.
Is this the magnet charm?
Over like 4 days.
Yeah, it is, Luke.
I know Doc got it.
I got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's. I would say the global event is more for completionists. I don't know if you guys would agree, but
yeah,
it's just, where's the GE credits? Like, I'm surprised that you didn't have, unless it was that. I didn't look properly through the rewards for it, but I'm surprised there wasn't more of the new gear sets tied to the GE caches.
Yeah,
unless there was,
there wasn't. You're right.
There wasn't at all. But there should have been.
There's a set amount of rewards, and that's all you get.
It was all the league rewards, wasn't it? The new gear sets. Like, you got a piece of striker literally every time you shot an enemy, I think.
I think I don't know, I just feel like taking the gear sets out of the global events. I mean, maybe it's just not letting go of the past or something. It just feels like a big... There's no drive for it, is there? There's no reason, effectively, to play it. Like, you don't have to play it unless you want the charm. Or you want a replica, a duplicate, should I say, of an exotic you've already got.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just me, but I haven't had a chance to jump on and do what I had a chance. I just couldn't be bothered to jump on and do the manhunt, to be honest.
You were playing a different game.
Yeah, what? Tell the boys and girls what you've been playing, Michael.
I don't want to go any further than this, but I was playing Call of Duty Warzone. And I can't remember the last time I played Call of Duty.
Absolute cretin.
Like I said, I will not apologize for that, because it's fun. Anyway, let's get on to some news.
State of the game.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, no, it is. We're doing a bit of everything.
Got that yet. This is going to be a long podcast, by the way.
No, it's not. It's not, because it's obviously our final podcast. We're not going to be here next week to talk about 8.5 update. Yes, there's a load of stuff coming with title update 8.5, and they announced there was a title update 9. They did kind of say, I was kind of expecting a bit more from what they said on Twitter with regards to the future and all the rest of it. like next week is not. I know it's technically the future, but it's not what's coming.
You were
next,
thinking
if you know what I
like
mean. Content.
Back to the Future style, like future, right?
Yeah,
Like hoverboards.
yeah, like where you go back in time and then you go
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Okay.
Great film. Just saying. Great trilogy. Should I say?
One of the
Still
best.
fucking whole. It is one of the best. Don't ever remake it.
Holds
I don't
up.
give a fuck. It does. And they all interlink really well.
I feel like we've got off track a little bit.
Anyway, I guess the main thing that people want to talk about this week is a certain DPS glitch that has been around for the last 2 weeks? It's about 2 weeks it's been affecting the game.
Give or take, yeah. You're about right.
Give or take. Probably longer than that, but it just wasn't as popular then. Yeah, so basically March 17th they were made aware of a DPS exploit. It was which was done by interacting with a turret, and there were various different versions of that exploit. They put out a fix originally around March 20th, and then it basically kept going. There was a patch last Friday, and then over the weekend they've identified the players that have used the exploit, because they didn't really say on the state of the game last week what the repercussions were going to be with respect to the players that have actually used the DPS glitch. But they basically banned everybody, in theory, who performed the DPS glitch.
GG's.
Whether you think that's good or bad, I mean, that's completely down to you. I believe, from my point of view, anyone that did use it intentionally, whether you're trying it or not, I mean, you're using something that is exploiting the game, whether it's in there or not, and you know it. Like it's kind of like this tough thing, isn't it? Where yes, it's in the game, but you know right from wrong at the end of the day, whether you should use it or not. And
if you were the first person to discover this glitch and you reported it to Massive, I doubt they banned you. That's all I'll say. If you were the first person to report it and did it and recorded it and sent a video to Massive, they probably wouldn't have banned you.
yeah.
If you weren't that person, you deserve the ban.
But let's be honest, this has been like a big YouTube thing as well. This thing has been shared like everywhere, and no one's basically taking ownership for it to a certain degree. There's a few people that are, and I respect them for doing that. But there's a lot of people like, oh, I did it, it's in the game, and all the rest of it. And I completely understand that point of view, but it's also a case of like, you used it and they've decided to do this. And the problem is that I don't think we've had proper bans like this before, have we? Yes. We might have had one. We had one previously, but
dude, there was fucking people were doing shit like this in Division 1. They got banned.
Did they get banned?
Yeah. Maybe not the rollback, because at that point, yeah.
That's the only thing that is shitty about this, is the fact that you get the rollback.
No, it's not. That's the brilliant. That's the best
why is
thing
that
about
shitty?
this.
Because that's 2 weeks of. I don't know.
I'm sat here shaking my head at you the whole time you've been talking, but
no, I know. I don't
understand why it's shitty. And I don't understand why you were like, "Oh, I'm sorry for the people that got banned." And that. I'm not fucking sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not sorry for them.
Let's hear Luke's thoughts on this.
Go on, Luke.
No.
I'm really interested in what he thinks about this, because it might get me going.
Well,
not in that way.
You know, I agree with you, Rob. If you were the first person that found this glitch, or let's say the first few, because you know they wouldn't have just acted on one report of an exploit, would they? Let's be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were one of the first few that found this exploit by accident, or you were trying to break the game, whatever, and you were nice enough to record it and send it to Massive and say, guys, I don't think my LMG should be doing 6.4 million damage per bullet, or whatever fucking stupid numbers you were able to get out of it, then Yeah, GG. You if you got suspended and banned or whatever you want to call it, and your account rolled back for that, then for that I am sorry. That definitely should not happen. Any other fucking dickhead after that deserves everything they got. It's in the terms of the service of the game. Just because they haven't acted on it before doesn't mean they can't act on it whenever the fuck they want. It's their game. It's their terms of service. You break the terms of service. It's up to them when they employ the rules or not. Stop being such a fucking little crybaby bitch and own up to what you did. Simple. It's not fucking difficult, is it? And every YouTuber out there who put a video out for sharing, for making it available to people so it gets banned quicker, fuck you as well.
There we have it.
Fair enough. I think the best one that I've seen is people saying at Julian Garrity, I physically, told you I did it. Julian Garrity, by the way, they told Julian Garrity that he was doing it. And then I only did it 3 times and it was in PvE. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. You still did it. Whether you did it in PvE or PvP, it doesn't make any difference. I can understand there's a lot of issues that come out. I've been brought up about this as well with regards to trying to get through content and all the rest of it. But it's just a case of,
in my eyes, PvE is worse because Division is no longer really a PvP game.
No,
let's
not.
Be honest.
PvP died last year. Someone
using it and abusing the whole shade experience bullshit is just
it's given an unfair advantage to other people in the game.
It's trash.
Yeah. They basically went on to say that there's a huge narrative going around at the minute that half the player base has been banned, but no, that's not the case. It's just they're the most vocal at the minute that are kicking off about it on social media and on Reddit and all the rest of it. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I kind of think I look at that. They gave everyone a 7-day ban. 7 days isn't a lot, really. Call of Duty Warzone literally banned 50,000 people today for aimbotting and all the rest of it, and that's it. Blanket ban.
Might bring one of them.
Huh?
Might bring one of them.
Well, we'll find out after we've recorded. It's just they've tried to be fair with it at least. I don't know, Luke. How do you feel about the fact that was in the game in the first place? The glitch was in the game in the first place.
It's a shame. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm sure the devs are devastated that something like this was not only there but there for that long. There were that many variations of it. It literally took that long to fix, and a lot of people are working from home right now, so that could not have made things easy either. So, yeah, all right, maybe it went on a bit longer than it should have, and yeah, maybe people are at home and they're bored and they think, oh, fuck it, I'll just do a DPS exploit for a bit just to have a laugh. Whatever, it can't do any harm. But you are knowingly cheating the game. Doesn't matter how you say it, how you butter it up, whether it be PvP, PvE, or I'm not really hurting anybody else, whatever. There's competitive leaderboards in the game now. There's rewards for doing stuff quickly in the game now. The terms of service have always been there. If you are found to be exploiting, cheating, hacking, whatever you want to call it, you are possibly going to get banned. Just be a fucking adult about it and own up to it and say, yeah, I was cheating. I'll take my 7-day ban. I'll take my rollback. It's not that big a deal. It's a grindy game anyway. If I'm going to play it, I'm still going to be grinding. Or if this is your excuse to just go, okay, well, that's enough Division 2 now. I'll take my ban and I'll go and play something else for a bit and I might fall in love with that for a bit. Great. Be an adult about it. Don't just be a whiny little bitch going, oh, it's in the game, so I'm allowed to use it. Meh, meh, meh. No. You're an adult. This is an 18-year certified game. Therefore, you're an adult. Stop acting like a child. Accept what you did. Get on with it.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't understand. The Division community's been here before. Back in the days of 1.3 for Division 1, there was lots of exploits to get certain things done. Is this because things are too hard now?
It could be the case. I did see a post on Reddit basically saying, if anything, this is brought to people's attention that there are other issues with the game, not the DPS glitch, and that's the reason why people were using it for PvP. Not PvP, sorry, PvE, because they're like, I suppose not struggling, but you're getting through the grind quicker, aren't you? Is you're getting through the grind quicker, and that's what people
tell you what people were doing it for is get the shade level up as high as possible, as quick as possible.
Yeah,
you know, you can't all be a Wids and a Marco who stream for 12 hours a day, literally farming the most efficient way you could possibly think of farming, and get your shade level up over 1,000 to max out the whole watch tree. You know, some people have got to cheat. Just like I say, own up to it.
Well, it happens in all games, though, isn't it? This isn't going to be the last time this happens.
It does, yeah. You're right. One. You know, you just called out Warzone players for cheating. Division players are cheating. There'll be Tarkov players cheating that we know for a fact is a thing.
Oh,
so yeah, you know, it's not exclusive to Division, but it seems to be Division players that seem to think that just because there might be a slight problem with the game, they can use it however they see fit.
But usually it's cheaters on PC. This is platform wide, right? This isn't just PC.
I believe so, yeah.
Hmm.
Because it was the interaction with the turrets, wasn't it? So you could do that on any platform.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be wrong. I literally know about the hack because of Twitter and stuff. You know, I don't watch those sorts of YouTube videos. I couldn't give a flying fuck, to be honest.
No, we've never been supportive of anything to do with that at all.
Well,
never
I tried it.
Attempted it or anything. Are you banned yet?
No, I didn't really. I did watch a video on how it was done. I was like, how the fuck did anyone work that out? I was just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it sucks for the people that actually physically go in and try and break the game so they can actually give feedback back to the devs. I think for those people it sucks, but
like the shitty thing is, it's to do with the fucking turret, right? So they can't just turn the turrets off.
No.
Because they're in the raid, they're in certain missions, they're in certain like control points. You can't just take that out of the game. Yeah. Just move on. I'm angry.
You're angry, are you?
I'm angry.
Yeah, me too.
I just the bit I don't get is just the amount of people that are like, oh, it's not my fault. That's the bit I just don't understand. Like how the fuck everyone can sit there and be like, well, it's not my fault, it's in the game. You cheated. It doesn't matter which way you look at it.
That's like saying I walked into a shop and a chocolate bar fell in my pocket.
Did you see?
I may have nudged it into the pocket.
Did you see Marco's tweet about it?
And then I walked out of the shop. You know, that's my analogy.
Marco's analogy was robbing the bank. So it's the bank's fault that I stole their money because I found a loophole in the security system. The bank system was flawed, so the bank should be held accountable for me stealing all their money.
That's brilliant. That's essentially the same thing. Yeah.
So Marco's tweet's up to like 700 likes. My reply was, "This is easily the best thing you've ever said on Twitter, Marco. I'm delighted to see the bans and the account rollbacks happening. I'm over 30 likes already just to a reply to a Marco tweet."
Ban. He would have got a ban as well because 100% he abused it.
I don't know. Some people haven't been. That's the bit that I think people are pissed off about.
No, yeah, but he publicly put he spent a day grinding and got to a 1,000 shade. Like, if he didn't do that, then I'm not sure how he did that because that's pretty impossible to do.
I don't know. Wasn't there a target practice exploit or something you could do? There was an XP exploit that you could do.
No. Not to get you to 1,000 within a day. You would have to run legendaries like constantly all day.
But yeah, that's pretty much it with regards to the discussion of that. It's just kind of sad to try and we're ending on a discussion where the whole, you know,
the community is in a shit.
I'm quite
we're out, baby.
I'm quite glad we can talk about people getting banned.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to like leave on a high.
Well, the high would have been after the Warlords of New York episode, really, because that's when everybody was still in that happy place.
Okay, let's just roll the episodes back.
Okay, so guys, what do you think of Warlords of New York? No, but
it's fucking brilliant, dude.
It's one of those things that
game-breaking bug.
Now it's had time to settle in. There's always going to be shit like this, isn't there? It is unfortunate. As I said, when there's no point us talking about 8.5 or entirely update 9. Update 9 is going to be out later in April, but there's no other details. As for Season 1 events, we kind of discussed it a little bit earlier, but March 31st, so Tuesday of this week, Target 2 has been...
Penis.
Yeah, Penis. Venus is out there for you to go hunt down. There's also a double XP event that's going on. So you'll probably need that for your apparel event.
Which
if you
will
want to
take
go grind that out.
140.
Was it 146?
136 levels to get.
136.
Max.
That's
Lower
one
that,
key
guys.
every 4 levels. So somebody figured this out. I can't remember what it was, but you'd have to play for like a stupid amount of time.
Well, the fact there's a double XP means you can do it in like 70 levels. So 70-ish levels. That's what level are you, Mike? Luke? Pretty sure Luke's about 60 odd. And I'm pretty sure Mike's a little bit lower than that. So you haven't even reached 70 yet. That would mean you'd have to double your shade level to complete the this week to complete the apparel event.
But that's still insane, isn't it? What, 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? It's about 3 weeks to do 136 levels to get everything for free.
3 weeks.
Very much. Yeah,
Oh, that's easily
I could do it.
doable.
I could do it. Working from home, I could do it.
I thought it was a week. I thought you had to knock out these 70 levels during the double XP thing.
No, but that would help. Like,
Oh yeah, I know,
Yeah, that
it
is
helps.
gonna help.
Sorry, I thought the whole event was the same time as the double XP thing. I thought they'd kind of done it on purpose. I didn't realise it was 3 weeks for the whole apparel event. Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, if you've got the time to do it,
doable
yeah.
if you're playing
But
the game.
if you don't, then like there's no apparel projects this time around at all. You're getting one key every 4 levels. It just seems a bit what?
Shit.
Well, yeah, the fact they've took out the power projects is ridiculous. You have 4 keys for grinding out projects, which took a night to do, 2 nights to do. Depending on what your time of night.
I have to
is
spend some
anyway.
money, dude.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? They're gonna base it on like people are gonna play it. You're gonna play it to a point, and then they'll.
And this is why the XP glitch has been fixed now.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
And that
It's all
DPS
about
glitch
that
has been
money.
kind of fixed, which you called out, didn't you?
I did.
You said it would be fixed for the apparel
For the
event next
event.
week.
And they did a fucking shitload of maintenance this morning.
They're like, we don't give a shit.
Was it this
if there's a
morning or
virus going
yesterday?
around.
It was yesterday morning.
Mm.
It was whenever the apparel event went live, anyway.
However, there will be 1 free key, guys, if you
Yeah.
own Warlords or not.
Woo!
And finally, I don't know if we don't need a drum roll, but Kenley College is now open for visiting.
Chuck, go and get you a better roll on your Diamondback.
Or
No, it's
Reaper if
okay.
you haven't already got it.
No, it's okay. Oh, Reaper might.
And that's it. That's it for news this week. Or from us, at
That's
least.
the last
Anyway.
time you'll ever going to see that, Mike. Do you feel sad?
No. No, like I said last week, it just kind of, after a while, it just feels like we're repeating ourselves with regards to the issues we face on a weekly basis. Not necessarily on a weekly basis, but over like the last 4 years. The only good thing I would say with this, at least this piece of content is, or the Division 2, is we haven't had to do as many IFMs this time round. The only IFM I would suggest now is fix the fucking Dark Zone, but
If I had an IFM now, it would be reduce the team amount to 1 to 3 people. Make the scaling easier. Yeah, that's it. Because
Good job.
Well, no, because the main reason why the DPS meta is as is because you can't put enough NPCs into a server for 4 people, right? To combat and to be challenging. Make it a 3-person, make the max person be 3 people. You can put as many NPCs as you want, and it'll be hard. That's it.
That's it. Any thoughts on any of that before we go any further, Luke?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to calm down a bit.
Kenny College can suck my dick.
God, I hate that piece of content. It was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be the Underground. And then we had the Pentagon drop, and that wasn't anything like I thought it was going to be either. So at least Warlords was what we expected it. Anyway, that's it from news from us with respect to the Division going forwards. It's the end of an era as we know it as SITREP Radio. And I'll be honest, we had a shit ton of feedback on the announcement from last week's podcast.
Huge amount of feedback.
Huge amount. And obviously on the terrible font that I put out last week.
I told you, dude. I've tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen.
You didn't check it, and I put it out.
I did.
You were busy playing a game.
I did check it. I said, don't make it that color and don't use that font. And what did you do? You changed the color. You didn't change the font.
Oh, well. I forgot about that, but then. Oh, well, it's fine. There's only one dude that got annoyed with it out of nowhere that probably doesn't listen to the podcast or doesn't. Well, apart from Chuck, not Chuck, Boris.
No, Chuck did comment on it as well.
Yeah, Chuck did comment on it, but he didn't bitch like Boris. It's fine.
His eyes were bleeding, apparently.
Fuck Boris.
No, if you want, we'd have to group up again. And I mean, did you not get your fill last time?
Fuck Boris, that'd be weird.
What? Where the hell are you going with that?
I like the way Luke's like.
He's only got so many holes, dude.
Your first reply to fuck Boris is we'd have to group up again. What the dude?
I like the fact you're pissed off and Rob's like, well, we can't all do it at the same time.
I'm not pissed off. I'm incredibly confused and a little bit scared, to be honest.
Standard then.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I scared. Boris should be more scared.
But yes, it was very, I gotta be honest, it was really humbling to kind of see everyone's response to us ending SITREP Radio.
Yeah, we got more interactive on Twitter than like
any episode
ever. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it was good.
I think people are secretly happy we're going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I know.
It is kind of scary though, isn't it? It is kind of scary though when you get more interactions with stuff like that on the announcement that you're ending the podcast and on your weekly.
I'll be honest. There were people that said, like, thank you for the valiant effort and thanks for all the content and the laughs and the banter and whatever. There were more people that said stuff like that I didn't know were listening than I care to.
Yeah,
admit,
people that don't probably interact
bit,
with us.
Yeah, just have, and that's fine.
Maybe I shouldn't drink so much when I record this podcast.
No, from what we've been told, the listeners love you being drunk, and if we have to get you through an A&A meeting at some point in the future because of the podcast, then we'll do whatever it takes.
Okay. So take a sip
however,
of wine.
Seamaster did say that it might be a suggestion that episode 200 be your intervention. So, joining us today, we have a guest.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. But it would be very funny. It's Bruce Forsyth. He's here to.
He's back from the grave, guys.
Wow.
He's here to talk to you about the do's and don'ts of alcohol, Robert. We should have got your dad on. That would have been a great intervention.
My dad drinks more than I do.
I know, that's why it'd be funny. Your dad telling you to drink less than you do whilst drinking a bottle at the same time.
As he swigs on a bottle of whiskey.
But yeah, honestly, huge thank you to everyone that's listened over the last 4 years, the 200 episodes, the people that have joined like halfway through towards the end and have gone, like, for some reason, gone back all the way to the beginning and listened from scratch.
If you've watched, no, that's not right. If you've listened to all the 200 episodes.
Every 200 episodes? Yep.
Wow.
I applaud you. Because I don't think I've ever listened to
one.
No, I have. Well, yeah. But I've never listened to a podcast series for 200 episodes. Maybe 10-minute podcast because
it's 10 minutes.
They did so many of them. They did 1,000. But apart from that, that's impressive. To listen to that many hours of us rambling about shit that really doesn't matter
is insane.
It's insane, and I appreciate it. And yeah,
I think we all do. Yeah, thank you. I think it's also a case of to go back and listen to those episodes. And I suppose from one point of view, it's kind of interesting to see how the game changed and listen to our opinions and, see how the podcast changed over the last 4 years. Because I'm going to be honest,
that devolution of the game.
Devolution, yeah. It wasn't good to start with, so we haven't ended any better, really, have we?
It's kind of plateaued and then come back down again, isn't it, really?
What, the game or the podcast?
Yeah, because we ended, we started on exploits and we ended on exploits.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Doesn't happen very often.
But yeah, if you have come back all the way to the beginning, thank you, because I hope you enjoyed it.
It would have been horrible.
Well, it's not just that. I don't know. It just must be interesting to. I'd like to know people's reasons for going back to the beginning, because I wouldn't be going back for the news, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, if you went back to the beginning, in the last 6 months, there'd be a lot of listening to stuff that you could not give a flying fuck about, talking about Division 1 and all the stuff that then obviously got fixed as we went through the Division 1 life cycle. We're moaning about fire damage, and we're moaning about stuff On the Move being OP and all that sort of shit way back in the day. Even I remember calling out On the Move for being OP back in the day. And then you listen to us talk about a game that's just completely and utterly defunct. Yeah, and now you're listening to us, when we went to Gamescom and we played the Division 2 trailer and we were like, yeah, it's going to be really good. You get wrecked if you're out of cover, but it still feels like home, and we can't wait for the PvP and yada, 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 rah, 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 rah. And it's just oh, really?
To the point we're at now.
Well, yeah, but none of that matters. Even a year ago, none of that matters anymore, does it? So the only bit you would possibly even remotely get any enjoyment from is the banter between the three of us and
yeah,
calling each other cunts and stuff.
Yeah, that would be the only reason people to go back and listen to.
That's what I mean. You've got to sit through. You've got to listen to a lot of us talking about the news, because obviously we put our podcast out as close to State of the Game Day as possible for that reason. People that can't watch State of the Game can listen to us basically tell you what they said on State of the Game. So you've got to listen to all that crap before you can get into us just taking the piss out of each other. So, that's an effort in itself. So thank you, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not very good with feelings. People may have noticed this about me on the podcast before. When we've had to say thank you for stuff, I just get a bit weird. So,
well, I think we've said that. Yeah, like you said, we've said that before. You try being honest.
Before, definitely.
Yeah. We're always like, thank you, and then probably comes off as not being genuine, or not saying, we don't know. I think we've kind of come to the understanding that we just don't know how to be
polite,
humble, to say thank you, and
be a nice human being.
No, just you just can't really portray it very well. We honest to God, we appreciate. We appreciate everyone that's listened, interacted, supported us, come on as a guest, been involved with the podcast, joined us, joined the clan, like back in the days of banned Facebook and before the move to Discord. And I think the other person probably want to thank as well is Jorge from In Orbit, because if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have even started. We wouldn't have started the podcast in the first place, because he was the one that effectively passed it over to us. He was like, "Does anyone want to do a Division podcast?" Like a couple of weeks after it came out, and we were like, "Yeah, why not?" And we kind of ran with it. And then Jarrett was like, "You guys sure you want to do it?" I was like, "Yeah, I think." And then me and Rob got drunk on that first episode,
and haven't stopped being drunk since. Well, one of you.
Well, I went through rehab, so I'm good now.
The fuck is rehab?
It's the opposite of alcohol.
Water.
Yes, water. Water's rehab, bro. Me not like water. And then obviously we had the great opportunity for Luke to join us. Not long after we started the podcast. What was it? 6 months later?
I think you're on like late 20s, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, I can't say that I've done 200 episodes. That's the sad thing. But
it's been like
you suck.
But it's been like you've been there all along. To be honest,
I don't remember you joining anyway. So
he was drunk.
You could have been there from the beginning.
Might just send you a message one day. There's going to be a new guy on the podcast.
You were just the fridge the whole like 20 weeks, first 20 weeks.
The fridge?
Yeah, because remember the fridge was in the first 20 episodes?
No, he was just muted for the first 20
so
weeks.
I'm a cold, inanimate object, am I, Rob? Thanks. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, dude. Anytime. Love you too.
I should have left you in the middle of fucking Cardiff somewhere. We fucking dragged you all the way home.
Mrs. is agreeing with me right now.
Yeah, she'd agree with anybody who's slagging me off. She can go back in the kitchen. I didn't mean that derogatory, by the way. That's literally where she came from.
Now get back in there and make me some cookies.
Back to the kitchen. I smell something burning.
Yeah, I agree. We should have left him in Cardiff.
Should have.
But then he wouldn't be with us today. He'd be
incarcerated.
He'd be like a crack whore on the streets of Cardiff somewhere.
Reaper would have took him in.
I don't know. I don't know if he would have, or if I don't. I don't want to speak on behalf of Reaper. Anyway, as we did have a lot of feedback, there was a few that we obviously wanted to read out. We can't read everyone's out because of the amount that we had, but these are the ones that we've picked to read out today. But
these are the ones that Mike's picked out today.
Well, yeah, because did you pick any out?
No, I was getting drunk.
I didn't have time. I didn't have a lot of time, but we don't really want to sit here for another 45 minutes going.
Yes, we do.
Ending.
Are we reading all these?
Every single one, Luke.
Every single one. I'll pull up Twitter as well.
I'm going to slur my words. Every one I read.
Cool. I'm up for a laugh. Luke, anyway, do you want to take the first reaction?
You have to read it as you're doing an impression of him.
No.
Yes.
No, because I still want him to play Tarkov with me, so I'm not going to take the piss out of this. Nope. So Deadlift Dave, my Tarkov brethren, says he'll be the first to admit that he doesn't listen to as many episodes as he would like to. I mean, that's just fucking rude.
I was going to say that's like
he doesn't listen to any of them.
I was going to say that's like one of the best starting statements for feedback as well. I don't listen to the podcast.
I haven't listened to it in a couple of months. Sorry, guys.
So yeah, I'll be the first to admit I haven't listened to as many episodes as I would like. I've never really gotten into podcasts. It's just making it worse. But this one I will be listening to for sure. Shit, Rob is listening to us. He would like to ask a few obvious questions. For example, what are some of each of your best memories from The Division and The Division 2?
God.
Luke teaching me and Mike The Ways of the Dark Zone in Division 1. Division 2? I guess finishing the raid for the first time?
The raid with maybe for you guys, but I was in a hotel room and I borrowed a laptop to get that raid done. And it was absolute hell to get that raid done as well. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think from Division 1, anytime we were in the Dark Zone.
During 1.4?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But before that, I mean, we didn't get banned for it, but do you remember the days where we used to, load about 16 people into, what was it, Lexington?
Oh, yes.
And farm the fuck out of it. Not that we would...
Can you remember OP Reclaimer? Where you used to get like fucking 6 little fucking icons on the bottom of your screen because you were popping so many, like, you popped a water or whatever it was and you would get an icon on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, they had to tone that shit down because
Yeah.
it was way too much.
That's how we used to get through Faculty's Lost there, dude.
Luke, what are your favourite moments from the Division 1 and 2?
I'm not sure I can pinpoint something in Division 1 because I did genuinely... I still would claim that that's one of my favourite games ever. Like the amount of hours that I sunk into Division 1 is
3
not...
million hours.
Yeah, it's really not even worth considering in terms of days of my life that, literally got wasted sat in front of my PlayStation 4. But I used to fucking just love playing that game. Absolutely love playing that game, whether it was incursions with you two or just running around in the Dark Zone being a bit of a troll. Or just fucking, yeah. I used to love Division. Division 2 is... I've got two best things about Division 2, because if it wasn't for Division 2, we wouldn't have gone to Gamescom.
True.
And that was a fucking good few days. And then actual content of Division 2 has got to be the raid. I used to get really frustrated at it, but sitting there for 3 hours trying to get through one piece of content is my kind of jam, to be honest with you.
It's also, you know what I love about the raid is when you're trying to get people to be serious and like you've got Rob and Doc or
So what really
Boris or
annoys me
someone
about
else
you
trying
guys
to be...
is like you guys would love fucking Destiny raids, but you're too stubborn to fucking play the game.
I'm not stubborn to play the game. I played Destiny 2. I fucking hated it.
Rob, it's fine. Why do you think we're ending the podcast so we can start in orbit again?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. No,
I didn't say you were coming.
Oh, that's great. Fine. See you. Bye.
Yeah, we'll be taking over in orbit.
You also, didn't Dave ask about some of our friends?
Yeah, but I meant to clarify with him what he meant, and I didn't. I just forgot every time we were playing Tarkov, because he says I'd also like to hear any memories of friends that didn't follow us to Discord and or PC.
Tony and Elmo.
So I don't know if
Tony
he
and
means
Elmo.
he wants to know our memories of them, or he wanted us to get in touch with them to find out their memories of playing with us. I'm not.
No,
quite sure
I
what
think
it
it's a
means,
case
but-
of our memories of playing with those guys back in the day. So there was a whole load of people. It was Elmo, Tony, Goku, Don, King, Spider, Brian Spark, Envy, Herd Immunity.
She was
shit.
hilarious.
Solid, Yellow, and Terry. And
Filthy mouth.
she was like the only female member
And she was
that we played
she
with.
was
That
dirty.
sounds really wrong. The only female member that we played with. But she was absolutely hilarious and didn't give a shit about playing with. I was going to say playing with boys.
Brian
Hope-
Spark. He was a Scottish guy, right?
I hope all these people
I'm
are
still
well.
friends
given
with
this,
him on Facebook. I am still friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, he's still like the Facebook Team Rep community clan thing that we had over there. He was like, sad to hear you guys are in the podcast and all the rest of it. And I hope you guys do well.
Spider's still in the Discord, right?
Brian Spark was actually, I believe, one of the few first guests that we had on the podcast back in year 1. Back with Edelon Fox, shout out to him. I think before Luke joined.
I was on the episode with Foxy when we were talking about survival. I don't remember talking to Brian.
No. Spider's always a laugh. Obviously, all
Spider's
the people that Spider brought in as well, like his crazy friends that we spent that night up in, like it's the
in DZ5.
DZ5. It is one of the best memories that I have from the Division 1. Is it was us
Because we were up
Can't
so
remember.
late, the Americans started joining in, right?
Yeah.
And then there was that guy that didn't realize that we were all rogue, right? You talking about that memory?
We were super grouping, weren't we? It's like, this guy was on the opposite team a minute ago, now he's on our team.
This guy keeps fucking killing me.
So good. I'm pretty sure that's a Twitch clip somewhere as well.
The thing is, that was back in the day when we were playing on PlayStation. We had 8 people in a chat on PlayStation, and there was just 2 teams of 4, and we were just going up against each other. And then, like, we'd all work together the minute other rogues turned up or other players turned up, because that's normally what happened, wasn't it? You know, one team would be rogue fighting off the other one, and then you'd have like other people being like, "Oh, I'm gonna come kill you for the sake of it," and we're like, "No, we're having our own little shindig," which is why I kind of wish that we had private matches in the Division 2
in our own way.
Yeah, so that was how we did it, but that night was the fucking best, and like just to try and replicate it after that night was never the same. It was the funniest thing that I've ever done in the game, and just that guy just being like, "Who are these guys? They keep killing me. They keep killing me. Who the fuck are they?" And I'm like, "Dude, we're in the same chat as you."
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Just the amount of scream laughing that went off after you said that. It was just, I'll never forget that.
Rob.
Yes.
Obviously the guys that didn't come over with us, Elmo and Tony.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tony instantly disowned me from our friends list.
Me too.
Oh,
he took it to heart. Elmo, I'm still friends with on Facebook. Pretty sure.
Too.
Yeah, I see Elmo post a lot on
he's a nice
Division.
lad.
Yeah, I see him post a lot on the Division Elites clan. So I'm like, for fuck's sake, it's something or other. But yeah, I miss those guys.
I do miss them.
We had a lot of laughs with those guys as well.
Cunt.
I always remember Elmo basically saying,
I'm joking.
I don't know if you remember Elmo's wife telling him to get off the fucking PlayStation.
Yeah,
girlfriend.
Shit. Or he'd be like, "Fuck, I've got to go get the wife and fuck.
I've got to go home.
Girlfriend." But like, he'd be like 15 minutes late picking her up because he was like in the dark zone or something. He'd be like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get in so much trouble when I pick her up."
One of my best memories of Elmo was we were. I think he was supposed to be cooking Sunday dinner, and his missus was in the other room doing some studying, because I believe she was a teacher. I might have got that wrong, but she was definitely doing some studying at home. We're in the dark zone. And he's like, "Right, I'll just extract this and I'll go and concentrate on dinner." And then she walks back in about 20 minutes later and he says, "Yeah, I'll just extract this and I'll go and make some dinner." And she went ballistic. She was like, "You said that 20 minutes ago. The taters are burning. Rah, rah, rah." It's just so fucking funny.
No, it was. I do miss the PlayStation days. It's kind of one of the weird things is moving to PC. I think we've definitely. I feel like on console it's a lot easier. I don't know. It's just you seem more likely to jump in with other people, and it's not really something I've done since we've moved to PC. You know what I mean? Join random people. Otherwise, like, you know, if we'd been on PC, we would have never met you, I don't expect, Luke.
No, definitely not. 100%.
Because, like, you're not using PlayStation chat with random people and all the rest of it, because we're using Discord to chat with each other. You know, you're not grouping up.
You have to be in the right Discord at the right time, otherwise you don't. So,
yeah. Rob, do you want to take Chuck's reply?
Yeah. There is a lot I can say, but first let me say congratulations on 200. It doesn't seem long ago we were celebrating 100th episode on Twitch,
which was live.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, and it was probably a disaster.
You not only taught me so much about the game, the lore, the passion about Division 1, you also taught my son how to say the word fuck. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Got life goals right there. I can't pinpoint who had said it, but thanks. There is nothing I can say that I haven't said before to the three of you about what this show meant for us. And your replies, I feel, are truthful, heartfelt. The dedication you have had delivering weekly through the ups and downs truly fit what you intended in the first place. 3 friends discussing the game they love. All in all, I hope the show provided more than just that. I need you to see... Realize a robot.
I need you to see that news, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm destroying
Drunk.
this. No, I just had like a coughing fit and I'm crying a little bit.
Oh, dude.
that you 3 brought a bunch of solid, good people together and have a bunch of friends sitting around talking about a game as well. Bravo, fellas. Much love for the 3 of you from the 3 of us here at home. Russian Chuck Norris. Oh, yeah, because that was his name originally when he joined our Twitch chat. That was the name.
Was Chuck Norris, yeah.
Someone donated $50 to us. I was like, holy shit.
No, honestly, like there's a lot of people that have been with us for a long time and supported the podcast, and Chuck's been through a hell of a lot of up and downs along the way, and I'd be honest, we're completely lucky to call him a friend.
Yeah.
I know we don't always get a chance to chat
face
to face or in group chat as much as we used to, which sucks. But just in that bit there where what you said about, I hope the show provided more than just 3 games discussing a game they love. Yeah, it did. And I've said this before, I think. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast or not, but I've said it to these guys that there are times, doing a weekly podcast, it's you've got to be consistent. There's times where you don't want to do it. There's times where there's shit going on in your life and you don't, you just, you're not in the right frame of mind when you get online to record and all the rest of it. And
none of us have done 200 episodes. None of us.
No. But at the end of the day, having that recording day where we all sit down, it doesn't matter what the fuck's going on outside. Just having a laugh with you guys for an hour is enough to just get rid of all that. And it's been absolutely incredible, to be honest. It's kind of like our self-help group, if you know what I mean. It's like our little own, like,
weird little
I'm
meeting.
still drinking though, guys.
Yeah, this is like our own A&A group, but Rob drinks through it. Yeah. Luke, yeah, any you want to say anything else off the back of Chuck's comments?
No, I think you summed it up really well there, actually. Where, Chuck's right, we have got more out of it than just playing a game together. Like I said, when we went to Gamescom, lucky enough to meet Boris and his son Xavier, that was a great few days. Rob was nice enough to invite me on his stag do. That was a fucking awesome weekend.
And then we went to Bristol.
Spent the weekend away with Captain in Bristol, yeah. So
yeah,
we've got to meet some really awesome people because of it. I've met you 2 cunts because of it.
We should do the same thing with Chuck. That'd be amazing, right?
Yeah, that's definitely on the to-do list. It's a shame we haven't been able to do it, but it's a bit far to England from America. I think we were lucky with Boris, obviously getting to meet him before he cleared off back to the States, weren't we? So
you said,
but Chuck's episode when he was on for was it 130 something, 120 something, that episode? That is still one of my favourite episodes. I know it wasn't.
I know he came on, and that was such a difficult thing for him to talk about as well, like the stuff that he was going through and all the rest of it. But
that's the time before we announced last week. All the feedback that we got from last week to now that was really humbling. Chuck's episode was one of the ones that was really humbling as well, because obviously he talked about how we helped him through the really dark times of his son being unwell and what have you. Just us 3 fucking dickheads being dickheads together actually helped people out. I never thought anybody would get that from us. So that was.
I know it's absolutely insane that because as we we're the same as anyone else out there. We're just 3 people who sat down and recorded a podcast. We've never. I feel like we've never tried to be any more than that. We're not trying to be. It's never been a stepping stone to get any. We've never used a podcast. We know, as a stepping stone to get anywhere else and all the rest of it. It's just been us 3 sat down recording, and the minute that stopped being fun, that was when we said we'd end it. And And it's not been a case of that's, stop being fun. It's just now's just the right time to end talking about the division. We kind of feel. But right, I'll take the next one. So Definite Keeper 1 says, not gonna lie, you guys surprised me quite a bit when you announced that episode 200 was the end. I think it surprised a few people because they were like, oh, what are you doing for episode 200? And then we announced that.
We out, brothers.
When I heard the news, it was like hearing from a close friend that they are moving away. Whilst it's understandable, it's nonetheless sad. Ironic because I started listening to this show in March of last year, and you're now ending it around the same time I started it, just a year later. I just want to thank you guys for creating some fantastic content within the last year. A few months before I started listening to this podcast, I got in a car accident because I fell asleep behind the wheel. Ooh. My job requires me to drive a lot as a school / sport photographer. So getting up early and getting home is the name of the game. Getting home late, is the name of the game. After my accident, I decided to start listening to podcasts while I'm on the road. And I found that listening to music didn't really help keep me awake, but listening to podcasts actually did keep me awake during those early and late nights of driving. As such, I found you guys not too long after the release of the Division 2, and you guys helped keep me entertained ever since. My only 2 regrets is that I didn't start listening to you guys sooner, and I didn't write questions to you guys sooner. I hope you guys enjoyed the questions I gave you, as my friends in real life don't play the Division, so I don't have many people to discuss and bounce ideas off when it comes to the game. I wish you guys some of the best of luck on whatever your next endeavors may be. Mike, I think you did a fantastic, I think that's fantastic. It says fanatic, but fantastic job as host, and you clearly have a craft for this. I hope you find some sort of medium to put your talent to use. Luke, your banter with the others and your blunt honesty greatly helped the podcast, whether it was for humor or discussion. Rob, you've made some great jokes this last year of listening, but at the same time, you bring up a lot of great points during discussions and flesh out the conversations where needed. The 3 of you clearly have fantastic chemistry, and it's what made the podcast so special. It's the 3 of you.
Bless him.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for keeping me awake on my drives to work, for keeping me entertained, and for keeping me laughing in these hard times. I seriously can't thank you guys enough, and hopefully there's some way I can keep up to date or interact with you guys, whether it's streaming or Discord, except for Twitter. I'll end this comment with one last question for the show. What do you think the future of the Division looks like? Is it positive? Is it negative? Or is it something in between? Do you think the franchise will withstand the test of time just like games like World of Warcraft? Or do you think it will fizzle away eventually like many other games?
You're crying,
good luck,
not
agents. On your last episode, and I look forward to hearing your response. Rob's literally crying now.
That sounds gorgeous.
Dude,
that.
Luke had bets last week on who it was going to be.
Mine's a Warren.
My money was on Mike, by the way.
Yeah, I said that you got no chance.
I didn't think Rob had emotions.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's meant to be like the fucking Terminator. If you've seen his Marshall's Buttons picture, which I think Jarrett hated for ages.
That was fucking gorgeous, that was.
Yeah.
I like that.
Obviously, I didn't know about the car crash incident before, but thank you for listening. And, like we said before, if there's any way that we've managed to help you through anything, like...
Stay in touch, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Luke, anything? Obviously, we'll answer the question, but anything before I go any further?
No, I'm with you two. I'm actually a bit taken aback that somebody could
dissect the podcast that well.
Dissect the podcast absolutely perfectly, because Mike does do a fantastic job. You're absolutely right there. He deserves some praise for that.
He does all the work.
He does all the work. Yeah. I mean, I disagree with Rob making some great jokes. I think he's made one great joke, and that was at his own his own sexual prowess expense. That was a great joke, to be fair. But yeah, I am taken aback a bit by that. I'd not read that one before, so I'm glad you put that in the script, Mike, because helping somebody not only get over a car accident, but also keeping them awake so they don't have any more is I thought was rambling on would put people to sleep, not keep them awake. So
no, well, we have had a few podcast reviews going yawn enough to put me to sleep. So if you're the complete opposite of that, then
have we had
thank
that?
you. Yeah, we have.
Why are we not reading them right now? I feel like that would be a more appropriate podcast.
We can read those later. What do you think the future of the division looks like? I'm going to be honest. I'm positive for it. I hope there's more content.
He's the only one.
Yeah, I probably am, but I whether there's a Division 3 or not, I don't know. I think Massive have other things on their plate in the minute with respect to Avatar. I'd like to think there'd be another expansion. You've got there's another raid coming out, but aside from that, I'm not sure. I mean, Bruce Kelly was like, we're working on content as well as doing title updates and all the rest of it. So it sounds like there's stuff coming, but I think we'll just have to see what happens in the future. It's a very big IP for Ubisoft, so I can't see it disappearing anytime soon. Mm-hmm.
Massive are bitten off more than they can chew, and it'll get pushed to another studio.
You might be right. Luke?
I hate to admit it, but I think I agree with Rob. I was going to say of the options that we were supplied, I was going to say it might fizzle out.
The IP won't.
It hurts me to say that because literally 10-15 minutes ago I was rambling on about how much I used to enjoy playing Division 1, but
I think it's difficult because we only see like a certain population, don't we? We only interact with a certain population, and it's the vocal. It's not the.
I disagree.
The vocal cunts.
I disagree. I don't think we do mix with only one certain part of the community because we've got people in our Discord like Foxy and Boris and Doc and Abe. These guys are waking up playing the game and then literally falling asleep at their computers still playing it. They absolutely love Division 2, but to me, and I really wanted it to be better than the first, but unfortunately it just isn't. It just isn't the same game anywhere near.
But I think also the other thing is like we've changed. We've all changed as people. Your taste changes.
True.
When you're playing something for 4 years, we played through the ups and downs of the Division 1 all the way pretty much the end of it. And then, Rob, you shouldn't be putting your hands in your mouth. Wash your hands. This is fucking questioning it now. Paranoid now. And then to have like repeats of the stuff. I think last year's lacking of content really killed the momentum, to be honest. I know they had to go away and work on other stuff, but I think that did kind of kill it a little bit. But we'll see. I hope
I'm wrong. I sorry to cut you off, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get a Division 3 or like a Division 2.5 and it's fucking amazing and we're absolutely raving again about the game again. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, 200 episodes and done and we'll just shit on the game on the way out.
No.
I've called people out for that before. I don't want to be that person, but at the moment I'm not optimistic, let's put it that way, and just leave it at that.
I think it's a case of, if you're saying, do you think the franchise would stand the test of time like games like World of Warcraft? I think it's a good franchise. I just think it's going to be one of those franchises which is like, it's burnt people and it'll be like, it was good, but it could always be better. And I think that's the problem that it has.
It's niche.
Yeah, it is. And then the audience for the game as well is particular as well, isn't it? Andre6 from YouTube says, I have really enjoyed listening to the podcasts. I will miss you guys greatly. Wish you all well. And the reason that's a short reply, but the reason I put that one in there is because Andre was one of the few people that was commenting on our YouTube channel pretty much every week for most of last year when nobody was really commenting.
Because of the 50 people that would watch the YouTube channel.
Yes. Also, thank you, Rob, for doing the YouTube channel for the last 150 episodes, I think.
You're welcome. It's the only thing I do.
Luke, do you want to take the next one?
Apart from being funny.
Do you want me to take this one?
Occasionally.
With it being short, or do you want me to take the next one with it being really long so we don't have to listen to Rob for 20
I'll read
minutes?
the next one. Yeah.
No, I'll take this one. You take Cap's one. Okay, so
you just avoid Rob speaking altogether.
No, you can have docs. There you go. Hi, Mike, Luke, and Rob. Firstly, congratulations on your 200th episode. I think those of us in the community have not realized the amount of work that goes into each episode. Again, many thanks. It really is an end of an era. I first started listening to the show whilst working away from home, and to be honest, I was a bit homesick with three familiar voices talking about the game I loved helped lessen the loss of family and friends. Wow. Highlights include many of the guests who have appeared on the show, apart from Boris. Thank you.
Yep, well said.
Further highlights include many of the slightly drunken episodes, which provided much mirth. Hopefully, you guys won't be strangers, and it will be great to hear from you guys a few times a year for special podcasts. Permission to stand down is granted, agents. Your tour of duty is finished. Best of luck and wishes for the future. Failbot 2000.
Oh, bless him.
Okay, Darren. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Thank you for listening as well, man. Luke.
So, El Capitan.
Who the fuck's that?
Captain K-Hog.
Okay.
Captain Caveman.
Was it 3 Golf 6 Bravo that he used to be on PlayStation? Something like that? Or
The French.
Compadre.
Brother Kevin, as we like to call him.
French Kevin.
French Kevin.
French Kev.
Today we have lost a pillar of our community. Yes, we'll survive it, of course. We've been trained to survive a weaponized outbreak for the past 4 years and currently surviving a virus affecting millions of people across the globe. But deep down it hurts so much. Maybe even worse than Faye turning on the shade. Ooh, too soon. My heart is crying today. My heart is bleeding. Yeah. Spoilers after, a month? My heart is bleeding. It feels like I've lost a friend. 3 friends, to be exact. I feel the same way I felt on the last episode of Friends. Absolutely inconsolable. I know I will carry that feeling for a while. I'm just like that. Because you are a huge part of our weekly routine. You've entered our lives. You are part of our loved ones because we hear you week after week after week after week. All right, mate. We share the ideas, the reflections, the laughs, the jokes, the banter. This is something you might not realise, as most of us are probably not giving enough feedback. Brackets, I know I'm guilty of that. But listening to you guys, sharing all that passion, all the love, even though it's not a real conversation, feels like a comfortable ride with the best buds. I can only imagine your perspective that you probably get more negative feedbacks when something's wrong than positive ones when everything runs smoothly. You know, like when Rob makes it through the end in a majestic way. Which takes a toll on your morale, but we are with you in spirit. You have created a brotherhood. You once asked me to describe each one of you in one word. Instead, I will tell you what I share with each of you. With Mike, we share the same passion for weird shows, games, and content in general. The weirder, the better.
Amen.
With Rob, we share the love for good wine, preferably red, and good food.
Hell yeah, brother.
And with Luke, we have the same taste in women. Oh, Emma Stone. Fuck yes. When it comes to the podcast, it's exactly the same. With what each one of you brings to the table speaks to us, we can relate to it. The 3 of you together cover all player types of the game, and you always showed interest in improving the game for every type of gamer out there. Your chemistry works really well. That being said, it's been an immense pleasure supporting you, and it's been fun sharing the banters and the jokes.
I feel like Mike just said that.
It's been sweet spending a weekend with old-time friends. Fortunately, it's not a real goodbye, but damn, I'm going to miss your voices, you putain d'enculé. Excuse my French.
Thank you, Cap.
Putain d'enculé.
Enculé?
Enculé.
I did. I do know that one of those words is motherfucker in French. I'm not sure what the phrase actually means.
Enculé means fuck off. Pretty sure.
Please fuck off.
Yeah.
All right.
But he did put Boris in brackets, so it should be fine.
I don't know what the whole phrase means, but I'm pretty sure it means enculé means fuck off.
Well, it says specifically there, Rob, you're a cunt.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Nice.
Anyway,
that's very nice. Thank you, Cap.
Thank you, Cap.
We're not going to comment on that at all. Anyway, like I was in tears.
You're just a crying little baby mess at the moment, aren't you?
That was really emotional. I really enjoyed that.
Man,
do you want me to go straight into the next thing without like commenting on that fucking wall of text?
Sorry, we're not dousing ourselves in red wine right now, so we can't be
Christ,
a sobbing mess.
On. A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Cap was like, what?
I'm quite interested to see what Cap's missus looks like now if me and him share the same taste in women. I mean, I don't want to make things awkward or anything, but...
Wow, dude.
He said it.
Blonde, blue-eyed, probably.
Yeah, to be fair to Cap, he's a fucking good-looking guy, so I bet his missus
I'm just waiting for you to get a smack on the back of the head in a minute.
She's upstairs, she can't hear me.
All right, okay. Fair enough. Come on, Rob.
Oh, what? What are we doing?
Your turn. Go.
Poutine? Doc says, I don't have anything that nice to say. Fuck you then. Let's just not read the rest of it. And I only caught about one of every 3 episodes, especially when I no longer had a daily commute. But I just want to say I've appreciated you guys and the style of your show for a long time now. I've enjoyed the laid-back style, the frankness, the opinions, and the general personality you all brought to it. Thanks for providing 200 episodes of quality content. Enjoy the new free time.
I tell you what, I bet Darren Failbot 2000 ain't fucking awake now, is he?
What?
I know what you mean. I just want to thank Doc for being a part of our community, because he's been a good fucking laugh to rip into other people with, and each other and ourselves. I've enjoyed having him in our Discord, and he's a good raid buddy to have as well as McDad and a few others that we've had last on.
Yeah, he's part of the Locked On crew, isn't he? Well, he used to be.
He's ours now.
He's commuted.
Yeah.
He's upgraded, I think is the right word.
Yeah, upgraded. Ryan Davis says, sad to hear you guys are done, but well done. Been listening from the start, and you guys set the bar pretty high for me on podcasts. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. For the last episode.
Are you serious?
Probably time to listen to other podcasts.
Yeah, I would say go listen to different podcasts.
Yeah. If we're the bar, we're the bottom. So yeah. For last episode, I think it's time to have an intervention for Rob's drinking. For real though, he's empty, so he's fucked. He's now sat holding up his glass. For real though, thanks for all the good shows.
Right, we've got to end the podcast right now. I need to fill my glass.
Well, go fill your glass, and you'll be back in a minute. We'll survive. Go on.
No, it's fine. I'll keep going.
Stoyfan says, big thank you to Mike, Rob, and Luke. You have entertained me for many hours, both sober and drunk. Probably mostly drunk. Cheers to you, you fucking cheese farmers.
I think Stoyfan's drunk more than I am, isn't he?
Probably. And that's fucking shocking to say out loud, to be honest.
I love the fact that Cheese Farmers is in there, because I swear for the first year we were calling out Rob for being...
My dad's a cheese farmer.
Cheese farmer.
I love the fact that you guys have finally given in.
Let's move on, shall we?
No, but you guys have finally given in.
Okay, so Steve Jar says, so devastated to hear this, but I know you boys will still be around having new adventures. Success isn't measured by the number of episodes, but whether you can look back and ask, did you build an awesome community for the fans? Pretty sure we can say we did.
It's a small community, but yeah.
No, it's pretty big.
Please don't do that. Ever. He said the answer was a firm, awkward pause. Yes.
Yeah.
That creepy
I missed
fucking
that
wink.
out because it was intended, dude, with the wink. Fuck's sake.
It's fine. Sorry in advance, aka at Dark Matter on Twitter says, will you guys be back for the Division 3? Because that's a thing we heard. Keep up the good work wherever you all go. Thank you.
No.
Probably not. We'll see.
Definitely
It's not going to happen.
Not the way we won't be returning to the podcast like we have done before if we do.
Parsifal says, thank you, boys. Been listening now for about 150 episodes. You guys made me laugh out loud in my car like a crazy person countless times. Thank you for the epic shift you guys have put in. The IFMs, the awkward pauses, Mike's with that being said stage, Rob's drunk one-word answers, and Luke's always honest but fair. He says options, but I think he means opinions.
Opinions.
I'm going to miss you guys. Catch you in the Bullets and Beer Discord. Thanks, possible.
Thank you, dude.
I love the fact that he put in there Rob's one-word answers. And with that being said, on to the next one.
Oh, boy.
Luke, you want me to read another one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He just said, with that being said.
Dudes, what a fantastic run you've made. You guys were a huge part of my early days in the Division 1. Still tune in from time to time, even though I'm nowhere near as invested with the game these days. Gonna miss the show. You fellas are awesome, and thank you for the amazing show. That was the Don7684 from Twitter.
That's the Don, right?
Yeah, the Don.
Don.
He's stuck with us for a long, long time. Thank you very much for listening, man, and for sticking with us.
Yeah, and for playing with us and PS4, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Agent Obi says, gonna miss you guys. It's been a blast for the short time I've listened, agreed and disagreed with you all. I'll leave you here. I'll leave you with a gift from my hero, Han Solo. And basically, he has a good point.
What?
Huh?
His name's Agent Obi, as in
Obi-Ade Kenobi.
As in Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he left a gift from Han Solo.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm confused.
It's fine. But he's got a point, like the whole topic of conversation that we've had over like 200 episodes. It doesn't matter if you've agreed or disagreed or anything like that. It's just having that conversation in the first place, isn't it? Rob, do you want to read Wilco's out?
Congrats on long innings, guys. Oh, he's done a cricket joke because he's Australian. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Why don't you put some kangaroos on the barbie, mate? Yeah.
Rob's flapping his arms. What the fuck?
You have all been a huge inspiration. Lots of good laughs over the 4 years.
Right. But also,
Jesus.
Right, that was public on Twitter. In Discord, Wilco put, fuck you guys, I'm glad it's over.
No, do it in Australian accent, you fucking cunt.
No. Seriously, though.
Fuck you guys, it's over. Get the fuck out of the space so we can join it, alright? We are locked on. We're going to fucking own you guys.
You are so getting ripped by them.
I don't give a fucking shit, dude.
Wilco continues to say, seriously though, you guys have been the benchmark for awkward pauses, drunk content, terrible accents on the internet for years now.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
I'm amazed it lasted this long. Will Rob just drink alone now? Assume so. Well done on 200 episodes. That's an amazing achievement, and you really were the best place for Destiny 2 content for so long. I'm not saying that because he's trying to catch me out. He says, you will be missed, and getting to interview you three has been one of the highlights of my podcasting time. Enjoy this extended pause. You will be missed. Congrats, and thanks for the entertainment for all these years. You will be missed. Yeah,
cracking, mate.
I think he forgot that he wrote pretty much the same thing twice, but there we go.
I can't see that because you haven't put it on the script. What was the bit that he's trying to catch you out with?
I'm not saying that.
Rob, say it so I know what joke he's making.
I don't know either, dude.
Oh.
He's all about incendiary grenades.
There it is.
You're welcome, Wilco. I got him to say
also, fuck you. Yeah. Thank you, Wilco. Thank you for letting us be a part of Locked On with obviously, all the other lads over there. McDad, Callum, Butters. I'm glad we could be a better podcast than, you guys.
Not hard though, right?
Easily, right?
And glad we can end it when we know our time's up rather than just trail off into the wind.
Like, crocky, dude.
No, I'm messing. No, it's I've always said they've been our Australian brethren. So thank you very much, guys. Lee Parker says, woke up and listened to your podcast every Friday for the last 4 years. Why Friday? It releases on a Thursday. I'm joking.
It might be in, like,
played
New Zealand or something.
It's fine. Played Division from Alpha, even through my short sabbatical in Division 2. After 500 hours, your show is what kept my head in the game. Even though you don't like Xbox, all the best from Spank One's Monkey.
Fucking Xbox players.
Yeah, you need to buy a PC, dude.
I don't know
now.
what happened with that at all. Why did we end up going batshit with fucking Xbox for that
Because
long?
they had priority over the fucking content in year one.
Division 1.
Yeah,
Division 1. And I
Luke.
didn't own an Xbox, so I was bitter.
Okay.
So, Tinks, famous for many things.
Who's that?
She does some Animal Crossing podcast.
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happens.
It is a thing. I'm not making it up. She's got an Animal Crossing podcast with Lady.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
That game just not appeal to me at all. But
Well,
it's fun.
you know,
I'm going to listen to that 100%.
she does an Animal Crossing podcast, and
I definitely own a Switch.
she's part of some other Division podcast, like some bomb shelter jacket coat type thing. I don't fucking know. Anyway, she decided to piggyback a private conversation we were having with Frederick Freilander, and she's like, "I'm crying, and this doesn't even involve me. You all have been such an important part of our community. You will be so missed." I was like, "Why did you have to just interrupt and get involved?"
She sounds like a bit of a turd to me.
I think she's a horrible, horrible human being. She like keeps sticking her nose in where it's not needed. I think.
I love the fact we're just ripping into people's comments now.
No, seriously, I fucking love Tinks. She's awesome. Thanks for
She's
taking
a good raid buddy as well.
She is a good raid buddy. She knows how
She's
to put
very
people in their
bossy.
place. Yeah, but all women
She's
are, aren't they?
incredibly bossy.
And full of innuendos as well.
I'm glad I'm not Remy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, no, thanks, Tinks. I think you put quite a few comments in various places about we weren't allowed to leave and you were going to miss us and you were crying and yada yada yada. So yeah, thanks, dude. Love you too.
Thank you. Robert, over to you. You can read Reapers in a Welsh accent, seeing as you're enjoying doing that
I'm
at the
not
minute.
doing a Welsh accent right now. Right?
You're drunk enough to do it.
I'm not doing it, all right? I will read this as if I'm reading it normally, okay?
Okay.
I'm sure. Oh, fucking hell. What are you doing?
Why did you go high pitch?
I don't know.
Luke's gone. He's fucking done.
All I can see is Uncle Bryn from Gavin and Stacey.
Uncle Brent. That's Rob Brydon right there. I'm not that good at doing a Welsh accent. That's fucking
Come
horrible.
on.
I'm sure this isn't the end. Just a new beginning. I've listened to since before Luke joined, and it only got better with him. On the show, thankfully, I get to see you all in the clan. There you go, I did it. All in my best Welsh accent.
Okay, you got to do American.
I do
next.
apologize because it's terrible.
It's all right. We should have got him to read Tinks's out. It could have been a female American accent. Yeah. Thank you, Reaper. You've been there pretty much since day one as well. Thank you for supporting us.
He's a
Thank you for being our
legend.
friend. Yeah. And thank you for finally making the move to PC.
Such a cunt.
What, me?
No,
You.
he got a fucking amazing GPU for the price of a fucking cow.
But yeah, new beginning. We'll see. Luke.
So Dead Sock Puppet on Twitter says, I know I've dropped off from the game and the community, but when I was active, I appreciated the insights and the shenanigans you cheeky bastards brought us each week.
Oh,
I think you pegged it when you said massive gank your IFM ideas. Stand up job, lads. SITREP Radio will be missed.
Yeah. The fuck without my ideas. 100%.
I'm pretty sure I'm right, but DSP was one of the guys that started Shade Tech. Was it Shade Tech Radio or Shade Radio? SHD Radio. Was it SHD Radio?
Oh, can't remember. You're right, but I can't remember the exact name of it.
We should probably do our research before we record the podcast.
Unfortunately, I don't think it lasted very long, bless their cottons, but
Yeah, I think it was just before update 1.8 dropped. It was like in that global event area
Either way,
in
bless
the
him.
Division 1. Yeah. Next up was Cyberpen on Twitter says, "God, it was so great to have a Division podcast that was proper guys talking about it rather than, whoa, what's up? It's your boys coming at you with this fuck your mum 69. So thank you very much for all the great podcasts, guys, and best of luck for your featuring.
I'm pretty sure that's Mike's like introduction every week. What's up? It's your boy, your mum 69. If it's not, then we should have done that.
oh, I wish I'd have seen that before as well. I would have made you start the podcast like that.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
I just, this in legendary fashion, Rob is getting absolutely wankered. It's fucking great.
I've stopped drinking,
Luke.
dude. Fuck you.
Luke, or do we give this one to Rob?
No, I'm
I'm
reading the
scared.
next one.
He's
All
got
right,
to
you
read
can
the next one, yeah.
Come on, then.
This is fucking long as.
All right, yeah.
So I think the second tallest human being currently alive,
No, read
McDad.
an Australian accent, please.
Fuck off. Tell me what to do. McDad says, listen to this on my way to work.
Good day, man.
You know how hard it is to drive with tears in your eyes. Stop being a pussy, McDad. I enjoyed every
Aw,
single
bless him.
episode. I hope you can join us for another episode of Locked Rep. No, I bloody refuse.
There it is. There's the Australian accent right there.
Go on, Rob. Destroy it.
What?
Destroy Seamaster's letter. Oh, wait. You need to admit to something before you read this.
What?
What you did or did not do
What?
with this letter.
All right, yeah. I may have forgotten that you'd messaged it me. I'm really sorry, dude. This is why I'm reading it, because why have I gone Australian? What the fuck, dude?
Come on, we're never going to end this fucking... No one's going to listen to the end of this.
Nah,
It's
Seamaster
people-
will. It's fine.
People turned off ages ago.
Yeah. I know. I am really sorry. You did message me this, and I didn't message you back at all because I'm an arrogant cunt. Essentially. That being said, I listen to a lot of the podcast in my work truck.
You Shrek.
No. As I drive around in my area,
Can you hurry up? I don't want it to be another fucking 10 minutes.
Can you stop interrupting me, please?
You know he lives in California, not fucking Canberra, right?
I'm stuck in the fucking Australia.
It's like trying to listen to the fucking coach from the Waterboy to read something out.
I listen to a lot of the podcasts in my work truck as I drive around in my area of responsibility.
Why have you got to do theatrics?
I'm not. I'm just fucking reading it, dude.
You're not.
Shut the fuck
No one
up.
reads like
You just
that.
keep interrupting me. Luke's like connection interrupted right now, so he's like looking a bit up.
Come on.
At some point, I discovered that there was a podcast about the Division. The first one to be downloaded was SITREP Radio. If I'm honest, I don't remember which episode it was, but I think it was in the 70s. We weren't recording in the 70s because I wasn't even born.
Oh, it's weird.
I was born in the 80s. 86%. Although I'm pretty sure he's talking about the episode count. So
Oh my god, come on.
No. Stop hurrying me. Okay. I was hooked. The combination of news, tips, discussion, advice, and the chemistry between you all was perfect for me. I made it the first podcast I listened each week. The day after each episode was released, I found it to be the best Division podcast. No offense to the others. You're all shit. I paraphrased. Then, just like that, came Discord. I remember getting the invite from one of you and thinking, what is Discord? Holy shit, what is Discord? Well, the flood. Stop it! The floodgates opened. And I was suddenly a part of a larger community. This was appreciated. It's really difficult when you guys are crooking up right now.
Teaching 4 lines into a 10-line fucking paragraph. For fuck's sake, we ain't gonna end the show. You've been reading it for 10 minutes. What is wrong with you? Okay. This is why we have to end the show.
Nope. Where was I?
What is Discord?
Oh wait, let me find it.
You did the floodgates bit as well.
Dude, please, you gotta stop the theatrics.
I'm just
I need a
reading.
piss.
I'm just reading an ollie, dude. Sorry.
Dude, if you talk to your boss like that, I'm going
he
to
loves
the
it.
toilet, sir.
Our Discord channel is outstanding. Is that where I'm at? I don't even know.
That'll do.
Just put the positive nature of bullets and beer. There you
Yeah, that's where I was. Excuse me. This is a disaster. This is what happens when Rob has
You
to
drink
read.
at 4 o'clock.
No, it's just Rob. I'm emotional. Fuck you. This would be the same if I was sober.
No, it wouldn't.
It really
Well,
wouldn't.
it would lack the accents. That's all it would. I'm grateful to everybody. Can you shut up, please? I'm grateful to everybody there for the continued input and camaraderie. Thank you, Foxy, for establishing Bullets and Beer. It is hard to imagine my week without SITREP Radio. You have all become a looked forward to part of my life each week. You were even when most of you other Division podcasts has been long. I fucking fucked that up. Long hiatus. The work you have done is tremendous. Yeah, it's easy to put together a show like that every week for years at a time. To hear Luke state that it is less a labor of love and more a chore says much.
This is the bit that's a fucking chore to get through.
I'm crying, dude. Fuck you. It has become... Wait. Like that.
If it has become like that, then you're making...
Then you are making the right decision to stop here, boys. I'm so happy to have been a part of your journey. It was always a pleasure to have you in my truck. I'm never in your truck.
You better hurry up. You're putting Luke to sleep.
As I listened each week, thank you for reading my question and comments on air. Take the time, relax, and know that I will always be here if you decide to come back. I'll come on you back any day, semester. See you all on Discord and the game. P.S. The offer will always stand.
God. Right. I'm gonna end this because I can't listen to this anymore. I'm sorry for anyone that's listened to that for like the last 10 minutes. Wait, let me finish. I just want to end now. Fuck it. Yes, the offer will always stand if you're in Southern California. The beers are on me. Cheers. Well, if we ever make it out to near Chuck, we'll definitely try and hit you up, dude. Thank you very much for at least giving me one big laugh.
Dude, I've given you several laughs.
Fucking hell. That was disastrous.
Don't let me read all the text. I will get emotional and almost cry laugh, okay?
We did have replies from Hamish and Yannick.
Who cares?
Hamish said 200 is a mammoth effort. Thank you so much for everything you've done for our community. Please don't be strangers. Yeah. And Yannick said
that burp was intentional.
Yannick said something along the lines of thank you for being part of our community. All the best.
Fuck you.
Before we go, one of the few people that we did actually want to try and get as a guest, I think it was several times on the podcast.
Frederick Thulander.
Was Frederick Thulander.
There was only one.
SITREP Radio has been a honest, passionate, and community building part of all our hobby. I valued their critique and praise alike. Sad to see them go. Glad to have them be a part of the journey. So long, agents. And that was, for me, that was really, really high praise.
That's the best. That's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we appreciate everyone.
Highlander. They could only be one.
Like that, I'm pretty sure at the one point in the early days of the podcast, we were like, everyone tweet at Thailander and we'll try and get him on the show. Never happened, but we've had some.
Chose really, that Bulletproof Coat podcast instead, didn't he?
Yeah. We've had some really, really good conversations with him as well. And Petter reached out and said, all the best as well, guys.
I think he put a GIF on Twitter of, right, I need to go and cry now or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he was basically, because I think I said something along the lines of, sorry, we fucked up in Germany.
We were supposed to meet him, weren't we?
Yeah, we were supposed to meet up with Petter. Huge thank you to Johan as well.
He was a legend.
He was. Last one's for Luke before we hightail the fuck out of here.
Oh, God, have I got to read from that prick? Right. Boris says, no question from me this week, just short and sweet like a bombshell, much like SITREP Radio ending. You three boys are some of my favourite human beings on this earth of ours. I will miss the podcast like you wouldn't believe. I wish you only the very best going forward. I love you, Luke, Mike, and Rob.
Love you too, dude.
Love you too, man.
Possibly the nicest thing he's ever said to us.
What a cunt.
No. He's all mouth and chat.
What the fuck did you have to go and ruin it all for, Boris?
Stop being so nice.
Yeah, no, Boris is like one of the nicest people.
No, he is.
I would say one of the nicest people, but we're quite fortunate to have a lot of people in the Discord and in the community that we know that have been really nice to us, really supportive over the years and all the rest of it. And
yeah,
being completely honest, thank you.
I don't know how three cunts like us have managed to surround ourselves with a group of people that are genuinely incredible human beings.
Considering the Division community, yeah, we did a good job, dude.
Yeah, we did. Well, considering us three as well, like, are we friends? Are we frenemies? Do we hate each other? Do we? You just don't know.
Well,
it gets to a
I'm
point.
pretty sure you told me, Mike, the other day. Well, I'm not getting rid of you because you're kind of family.
Oh, go on, finish that sentence.
No, I'm not going to.
No, do it because it's so cringe. You have to.
No.
Well, I thought Luke was going to stop being my friend now we've ended the podcast.
Yeah.
It's not really cringe. It's just, it's one of those things. You lose touch with people, isn't it?
Made me cringe when Rob told me. He was like, oh, Mike was messaging me. He was like, I know I'll never get rid of you because you're family, but I'm really worried that Luke won't want to be my friend anymore.
Like, no, it's just, it's one of those things. Like, you lose touch with people, don't you? The minute you stop, like, we do this every week. It's kind of like, to a degree, we've We've done it that much. Like, to start with, it was kind of like we were forced into a situation where we had to talk to each other every single week.
You sound like we're imprisoned. Like,
We are. We're imprisoned in our own homes at the minute. However, I've had a phone call, so I might not be imprisoned in my own home as much as I thought. We'll find out tomorrow because
you don't want to be in prison with your own family.
Yeah, well, I don't know yet. Give me a week and I'll let you know. I can't get away with the same shit you get away with.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. I can't go, hey, Han, I'm working from home upstairs playing games. So
yeah,
it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, going back to what Luke said, we've been really, really lucky because we're not, like, to each other, we're not exactly the nicest of people all the time, are we?
I fucking hate your guts, guys. I mean, I killed Luke and fucking Tarkov like several times. He still hasn't got the fucking hint.
It's fucking true.
I wouldn't brag about that too much if Dave's got this far, because Dave might not be happy with you.
And he was fine with it.
You sure?
He hasn't killed me back yet.
He's saving it, dude.
Have I ever killed you back?
No. No one's killed me apart from Mike, from what I can tell.
I'm fixing that tomorrow.
And that was an accident.
Yeah, this won't be an accident.
Okay.
Whoops.
Shit.
That'll be about it. Right, let's end this shit show. Thank you to everyone who sent in, not necessarily questions, but feedback and everything. It's hugely appreciated.
Come a day.
There's no point reading out Facebook, YouTube, and all that crap. But
you mean my thing is defunct?
It's now defunct.
Okay, I'm going to sit back and relax.
I thought you'd been doing that anyway after you had your stroke earlier, but there we go.
What?
His not that stroke.
Oh, right, okay.
Stroke, the other type of stroke. The only thing I would say, Luke, if you want to say about listening to the other Mash Those Buttons podcast.
No.
Well,
fuck you guys. We're out.
We'll catch you on the Twitters. We'll probably be.
We'll be on Twitch.
We'll be on Twitch
at some point. Probably not playing Division though.
Playing some other games.
Discord link, like always, is in the show description thing that goes up on the Mash Those Buttons website as well. So if you do want to come and tell us all to fuck off, then
massive thing. We are just not. Yeah, we're out, baby.
We're out. We have been SITREP Radio. Thank you very much for listening for the last 4 years.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
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 Sequence complete. Security protocols deactivated. Server data replaced and CPU destroyed. Terminating connection in 3, 2, 1.
I guess that's it.
Oh, you fucking ruined it. Luke said bye and you had to say something else, didn't you? You son of a bitch.
Jarrett can edit that bit out. But that's it, right? We're done? Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction